Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Chrissy T. I'm back with a recap of Baddies East, and the episode was pretty good. I give it a D minus, but it was still good. E.T. has awakened the beast in Biggie. Okay, Biggie came in full throttle, ready to rumble. Okay, but unfortunately, security was standing in between her and E.T. Now, Biggie was fighting for her respect. How dare you touch belongings that A, do not belong to you, and two, you can't afford them. You cannot afford the exquisite items that Biggie had on your City Trends budget. And the fact that Natalie allowed that is unacceptable. And Natalie, you need to be dethroned. Okay, you cannot be executive producer on a show and be a part of the show and then have your favorites. Like, why? That's not how you run a show. You have no order. Half of them don't even respect you. And then on top of that, you're not fair. You don't treat people equally. You have your favorites. You scatter Rolly and you allowing her to run your show. And I'm starting to think that you're the lapdog. You're Rolly's lapdog. You trying to get rid of Biggie because Rolly doesn't want her there. So what I noticed when E.T. and Biggie was going back and forth, Natalie, Camila, and Sky was at the bottom of the stairs laughing. Camila made a comment. She thought it was funny that E.T. and Mariah Lynn ran up on Smiley and Biggie. She thought that was funny. Girl, she gave them props and everything. So after the confrontation back and forth, Natalie decided that the eviction has been enforced and the ladies have 24 hours to vacate the premises. But Biggie says she ain't going nowhere. So Biggie decided to go to Smiley's room and give her a pep talk saying that she needs to pipe up and stand up for herself and stop crying. Well, Biggie, you had to be told to pipe up too and stand up for yourself. So I don't think you were in the position to tell Smiley anything, because E.T. pushed you twice and you did nothing but stand there. You stood there and people had to coach you to take up for yourself. So you're the last person to be telling Smiley to do anything. So Rolly decides she wants to take Biggie's wig, which I'm sure cost thousands of dollars, and throw it in the woods. And some people are saying when everyone went to sleep, she went back out into the woods and ate the wig. So later on, Suki is talking to Smiley and Biggie, and she's saying that the whole house didn't like them. And Biggie said it wasn't true. The girls in her house like her. And Suki said, well, are they standing up for you? No, they're not. And she's saying no one stood up for you at all. Nobody likes you, Biggie. Well, they may like you, but I think what the problem is that House B is afraid of the girls in House A for some reason. It's like every time there's a confrontation, which is usually initiated by House A, House B for some reason turns the blame to House B, the ones that are being ambushed. I just don't get it. It's like they're pretty much blaming the victims. I don't like to use that word, but this is exactly what it's describing. They're blaming the victim. And what really pisses me off is that now everyone want to speak out and has Biggie's back. Every time the episode ends, okay, they all want to go on live. So today it was Biggie, Sky, Tasheki, and Anna Mac calling Biggie. Where was the support on the show? It makes no sense, and it's fake. Biggie, you can't be that dense to think these girls are your friends. They're not. How are you going to be friends off the show, but didn't support you at all during the show? They laughed at you, truth be told. So they're on live talking about they did have Biggie's back, but editing cut it out. Girl, bye. Biggie, don't you trust these snakes? They are snakes just like Natalie. Look how she turned on you. So later on that evening, they are headed to Club Deuce, I think. We have House A and then we have House B. So Natalie, Scotty, Rolly, and Sapphire, and Suki and E.T., they're all on the bus. And Sapphire had the nerve to turn around and ask E.T. how's she doing? How's she doing? She started this mess. See, that's support though. I can't knock him for that because that's support. No one asked Biggie how she was doing. Well, Suki did, but none of the people who claim to like her, Sky, Camille, Taseki, none of y'all went to check on Biggie. So on the other bus, we have House B. Sky seems to think Biggie is lying about getting E.T. hit in the head. She's acting like it's impossible for E.T. to lie. Why are you believing E.T. over Biggie? It's just like she's jumping on the bandwagon. So yet again, she's another one that's on live saying that E.T. lied. But on the show, you didn't believe Biggie. So pick a side. Okay, so everybody arrives at Club Deuce. They're in line looking very much lackluster. And out of nowhere, somebody came and smacked E.T. upside her head. Come to find out, it was Biggie. She came and snuck E.T., honey. She almost took her head off her head. So Camille is not knowing who it was. She beating the girl on the shoulder with her purse. So once they found out who it was, obviously Rolly's upset because her homegirl got attacked. And she says she's going to whoop Biggie's ass. She take off her shoe full of dust and she throws it at Biggie. I don't think it hit her. I think it missed. It may have scraped her shirt a little bit, but I don't think it hit her. But later on, they find out they can't even get into the club. So the owner comes out and he said that they're not allowed to come in because of the altercation with Biggie and E.T. and then with Biggie and Rolly. And of course, Natalie is upset because she said Biggie messed her money up. Girl, it was only $5,000 that had to be split amongst all of them. That wasn't a bag at all, girl. So the next day, Biggie and Smiley are talking, and Smiley asks Biggie, how does she feel about the eviction? And Biggie was like, well, how do you feel about the eviction? Because you got evicted, and then you go to the club with the same people who want you out of the house, and then you acting all cool around them. I think Smiley and Biggie should have been on the same time. You should have been on the same type time Biggie was on. You should have been standing by her side by side, bopping E.T. upside her head too. You gotta play the same game they playing. But you in line, dressed all cute, chit-chatting with people who don't like you and want your ass out the house. I'm telling you, Smiley and Biggie should have went together to that club. Biggie attack E.T. and then Smiley, you go for Rolly. Because Rolly threw a drink in your face and you didn't get your lick back. Smiley. Then Smiley said she definitely got to address the issue with the eviction notice. Damn it, that should have been done yesterday with Biggie. What are you talking about? You are a day late and $1 short. That should have been addressed the day it happened. But you go in your room and you start crying and now you want to address it, which I'm sure you won't. So Biggie looking at her like she crazy. Honey, she ain't buying it and neither are we. So then Smiley says Biggie messed up her bag. Girl, if you don't sit your rabbit ass down, nobody messed up your bag. And then had the audacity to say that Biggie was dead ass wrong. No, you was dead ass wrong because you should have been side by side with Biggie. You was dead ass wrong for still not getting your chain back. So later on, Natalie, Sky, and Rolly is talking. And Natalie said that Biggie and Smiley just don't get it. Don't get what? The only thing you can say about Biggie is that she's annoying and loud. That's it. But what is it she's supposed to get? She didn't even do anything but y'all dick ride off each other. You don't like Biggie because Rolly don't like her. Sky doesn't like Biggie because Rolly don't like her. Everybody doesn't like Biggie because of Rolly. And Biggie never did shit to E.T. for her to go at Biggie like that. But she's feeding off of Rolly's energy. So they sitting around plotting on how to get Biggie and Smiley out of the house. So Natalie says they're going to plan a pool party and they're going to have a water balloon fight. And from there, somebody's supposed to attempt to throw Biggie in the pool. So here they are again, plotting on Biggie like they did T. And what I forgot to mention is that T agreed with how they was moving. They did the same thing to you, girl. The fact that you agree with Rolly and E.T. for how they did Biggie is wrong. And you got the same damn treatment. You would think she would understand, but she was too busy kissing Biggie's ass. Biggie, you should probably move like T. She only came around when it was time to make money. Make your appearance and bounce. but I would not trust any of these girls. So now we get to the pool party. Okay, and House A, Rolly and Sapphire, they're pretending to argue in order to be a distraction to Biggie once they pull up. And E.T. is hiding in the damn bushes. Okay, she sees House B get off the bus. As the girls approach, E.T. had her finger over her lip telling them to shh, don't say anything. And guess what? House B didn't say nothing. House B did not warn Biggie that E.T. was standing in the damn bushes waiting to attack, which was an epic fail because she threw a water bottle. Biggie was less than a feet away from her and she missed. So then she tried to slam Biggie. That was an epic fail. You see Natalie, Scotty, everybody else throwing water balloons at her. And Rolly actually took the water gun and threw the water gun at Biggie. But that ain't it. While all of this was happening, House B is giving hugs to House A, watching this mess go down. Sky and Camille over there laughing it up. But y'all see y'all roommate get attacked with water balloons and y'all sitting there handing out free hugs. So Biggie was over there by herself while the rest of the cast is throwing water balloons at her. It was sad. So that's the end of the episode. But next week, we see E.T. still attempt to try to throw Biggie in the water, which will still be an epic fail. We see Natalie in Biggie's face talking about she messed their money up. Girl, bye. And then we see Suki telling Mariah Lynn that she need to go home. Facts. Because she is the one that helped her get her chain. But I think if they're going to send anybody home, it should be E.T. and Rolly. Send them asses home.